Nnamdi Kanu files new suit to end trial permanently. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, has initiated a new legal action against the federal government of Nigeria, demanding the permanent termination of his ongoing trial on terrorism charges. The suit, filed at the Federal High Court in Abuja and marked FHC ABJ CR 383, 2015, argues that continuing the proceedings constitutes a flagrant violation of the rule of law following his earlier discharge by the Court of Appeal. A copy of the suit, obtained by Vanguard, outlines 4 core defects that Kanu contends render the trial incompetent and void. These defects, described as ex facie recordi, evident on the face of the record, and striking at the root of the court's jurisdiction. 1. Contempt of appellate authority. 2. Failure to take judicial notice of repeal. 3. Denial of fair hearing. 4. Reliance on forgery. Kanu asserts that each defect is independently fatal to the proceedings, and together they nullify the entire case. Cumulatively, they render the entire trial incompetent and void, the suit states. Central to Kanu's argument is the federal government's alleged disregard for a 2022 Court of Appeal ruling that discharged him. Under the doctrine of appellate finality, Kanu submits that this order terminated the trial absolutely until overturned by the Supreme Court 14 months later. Citing precedents such as Governor of Lagos State v. Ojukwu, 1986, 1 NWLR, Pant 18, 621, and Rosek v. ACB Ltd, 1993, 8 NWLR, Pant 312, 382. Kanu argues that the appellate decision remained binding and enforceable during that period. A contemnor cannot invoke the equitable discretion of a lower court while continuing in disobedience, ex turpi causa non oritur action. No action arises from a dishonorable cause, the suit reads. Kanu further claims a breach of his constitutional rights under Section 36(6) B and C of the 1999 Constitution and Article 7-1 C of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, which guarantee adequate time and facilities for defense. The suit also accuses the prosecution of relying on a fraudulent document in prior rulings, stating that such reliance vitiates the ruling entirely. Invoking the landmark case Madukolu v. Nkemdelim, 1962, 2, SCNLR 341, Kanu emphasizes that the absence of any jurisdictional precondition renders proceedings a nullity. Kanu urges the court to declare the proceedings void and terminate the trial immediately in obedience to the rule of law. The suit seeks to leverage these arguments to end what Kanu describes as an unlawful continuation of his detention and prosecution. Kanu has been in custody since his rearrest in 2021, following his initial extradition from Kenya. The case has drawn significant attention amid broader tensions over IPOB's activities and calls for Biafran self-determination. As of press time, the federal government had not responded to the fresh suit. The matter is expected to test long-standing principles of appellate authority, jurisdictional competence, and fair trial rights in Nigeria's judiciary. Family Writers Press International.